What is going on, YouTube? Early recap just because I have to study, but I actually woke up late today. No. I woke up. Okay, so yesterday I have an exam today. And yesterday I stayed up till like 2 in the morning studying. Um, so I'm pretty tired. I still woke up around like 6:30. I woke up at like 6:20 ish actually. Looked at the charts for a little bit. Then I went back to bed. I saw that Powell was talking later, and we were at all-time highs. So I was like, okay, it's probably just gonna be choppy until he talks. But price action was okay today. Saw two good trades. One of them I ended up taking in the very morning, and then I just went back to sleep. And when I woke up and like I just missed the trade barely, right? So as you guys can see, it counts up 41 bucks, nothing crazy. It's really whatever. But again, break even is this is the third time it's happening that a trade goes my way, but before it goes my way, it stops me out at break even, and then you know what I mean, right? So let's just jump into it today. Let me see. So the first trade we're gonna be looking at happened around just off of market open at 6. Um, at 6. Uh, 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 uh. Yeah. So we just start at market open right over here. So if you look on higher time frame, if you look at the 1 hour, we are all time highs. Overnight session officially put as at all time highs. Now, how do you handle all time highs, especially if there's no liquidity to the left? Basically, just follow the trend. If you wait for pullback, especially if you trade inverse value gaps. If we are continuing upwards trend, you want to take a bearish inverse for value gap to the upside, right? So I was really defensive today, very light in size, just because we were at all-time highs. So not really a draw of liquidity, really just going with the trend and observing what the market was going to give us, right? So looking at the 1 minute, resetting the chart, we have market open right over here. We ended up just coming down. Still just a bunch of chop, right? So now we end up putting a fair value gap right over here. This fair value gap that we got tapped into. Not only that, if you look towards the left, we were actually tapping into this fair value gap on the left. That was somewhat respected. I think there was a bigger one. Let me see where. Was it this one? No, I think there was another one. Definitely another one. Maybe it was on the 5 minute. Let me check. Yeah, it was on the 5 minute. So this 5 minute for value gap right over here. So, tapping into this for value gap, I liked how, what time was this? Yeah, in the morning. So I liked during overnight session, we tapped into it, continue respecting it, and continue back up. So that was a good indication. So I went fishing, saw this 5 minute, labeled it. Not only that, on the 5 minute, we also had an SMT with ES. I'm pretty sure the SMT was somewhere around like with this. Here, let me go ahead and find this. So SMT, we took out this low. Where is the low? So this low down over here. So it's this low. I think the was it this? No. I think it was it this one? Yeah. There you go. So we ended up taking out this, and ES did not end up doing that. So we had a somewhat of a higher time frame, I think around 5 minute. SMT. Not only that, we actually just ended up sweeping the liquidity here as well, right? So, so two birds, one stone. Let me go ahead and label this. Put this here. So pretty good confluences. Really solid. I could just label this sell side and then SMT with ES. SMT. This looked really good. with singular for value gap, and then you're going to see the momentum taking this for value gap. So pretty solid for momentum. Not only that, really good candle closure. Now, what was my price and target? I was actually trying to reach these highs right over here. Right, so we can just label this buy side. I entered off candle closure. Now, so for inverse value gaps, I mainly follow someone named Desi and Dodgy. Now, one of the two main things of both of their trading styles that like really differentiates the two of them is Dodgy's a lot more safer. He tends to take break evens. Like his inverse for value gaps, he expects them to be clean and just one move back to the upside. Now, Desi, not really break even. I think sometimes he does break even, but he usually just holds his trades and he's very confident, right? Like if he loses, he loses. If it hits, it hits, right? When it comes to Dodgy, it's more like, okay, I'm gonna break even, moving stop loss, and it's a little bit more defensive. Now, this is the third day in a row. You watched my last video and the video before that from Monday. This is the third time that this is happening where it stops me out and then it continues going my way. And I'm not gonna lie, it's getting kind of annoying. It's getting kind of annoying, but so let's say I took this trade with break even. That's why I'm only up like $40 now, and I'm also light in size just because we're at all-time highs. So it's pretty scary, right? Just trending, like all I have is trading with the trend. So let's say I wasn't break even. Let's say I wasn't doing break even and I was trading like Desi. Desi would have done something like this to the very bottom right over here. This is 30 points. So this would be his entry, just like this. Pretty good RR, 1.67, not solid, right? Now, the way I trade is a little bit under this fair value gap. Like I want this inverse to get respected. So I'll literally put it down over here or something, right? So this is overall better RR. But Desi would have done something like this. And I just been paying attention as to like, let's see if it worked if I was taking it as a break even or if I wasn't taking it as a break even. So let's just let this play out. Okay, so here at this point in time, I traded it with break even, right? So at this point in time, I'm up break even. I move stop loss to TP to my entry, right? I move stop loss, so it's like this, and ends up stopping me out. Now, let's say I wasn't break even. Let's say I was trading this and I really want this buy side liquidity up here. I want this play out. There you have it. I saw this trade. Like I woke up, right? I told you guys, like I was studying. I woke up for 6:30. Saw the news. Powell was talking later. Was okay not taking a trade, but this trade looked really solid. You know, SMT sell side just got swept. We're bouncing out of a higher time frame. Fair value gap. Good singular inversion. Candle closure. Solid, right? I wanted to take this trade. I'll take this trade any time of the day. But this is the third time this is happening, and I'm getting kind of annoyed. So I don't really know. The thing is, for being break even, a lot more defensive. Good, it's a lot good capital defense, right? Like you're risking less. Like it's gonna be a risk-free trade. And I think something I'm like not doing correctly is setting my break evens too low. Or not. I mean, in this case, no, this was a solid break even. This is a very solid break even, right? And then if it broke here, I would have just wanted to continue expanding in one solid move. I think it's just price action just today that just been a little bit. This past like couple weeks has been wonky. I don't really know, but this is the third time that I take a trade, and if I didn't move stop loss to break even, the trade would have ended up panning my way. And yeah, so this is the first trade. And then you even get more afterwards, right? I'm pretty sure it just continues. Yeah. Now, is there a trade here after this retest? No, there really is not. Um, I guess you could have highlighted this inverse right here that got tapped into it again and then continued up. That would have been a potential trade. But at this point in time, I was like, yeah, no, fuck that. I'm not taking this anymore. So after this, I pretty much just want to go to bed. Really tired. Then I ended up waking up later on. So this is the first trade I took. Up 40 bucks. Remember, I was light in size. Not so bad. Now the second trade is literally every inverse fair value gap person's dream, right? So the second trade happened at 10:30. You go ahead and just skip time. Yeah, so like after a big expansion upwards, we kind of just expect a little bit of accumulation. Just a slow grind, not really. Really just preparing for Powell's speaking. Like this is ugly. Like if you trade this is pretty bad. Glad I just slept through this. So I didn't really miss much while I was sleeping, right? But I did miss this amazing setup. Now this setup is literally A plus 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 plus. Like every inverse for value gap person's dream. And I think it is this one. Yeah. So any good setups over here? No, not really. Obviously, you want to continue with the trend on the higher time frame. We are bullish, right? So I mean, taking these inverses like these are not good ones. Like these are not really these are horrible. Like you want to continue trading with the trend. Why would you want to catch to the downside, right? Even then, this is going to be a fake out and just stop you out completely. Unless your stop loss is all the way up here, right? So I guess you would have made some money. Completely on how you see this. Any good trades? Again, there's this one up here. Really not much confluence. We'd even sweep the sell side over here. So this is more just a random inverse fair value gap trade. I mean, it worked out. Good momentum. Good candle closure, right? If you traded this, I mean, you would have most likely just gotten saved, right? You're trading with the trend. But it's really up to you guys. Like, if you draw liquidity, if you caught that, good job. If you didn't, it's okay. Now the second trade's fire. The second trade is amazing, and let me tell you guys why. So let me go ahead and clear this. So we come down, and first thing we do is sweep sell side. We sweep sell side right over here. Sell side liquidity. Now, what else are we coming from? Now, if you look on the higher time frame, on the 5-minute, this fair value gap actually taps into, was it the 5-minute or 50? I think it was this one. I think it was just this one. Yeah. If you look to the left on the 1-minute, if you go fishing, remember guys, it's important to go fishing just to see extra confluences, right? Price tends to either retrace to take a low or a high, or back to a PD array, right? And so in this time frame, we have a bullish for value gap that it's retracing back into. So two good signs off the rip. Okay, so let me go ahead and play this. Good candle closure right over here off of this inverse. So this would have been your trade, right? This would have been your trade. You could have entered off of here, stop loss, right? And then what would you want to target? You could target external, right? You could target all the way up here. Now we kind of do have some of LR, not so really. But I mean, you also could have targeted that. I don't think there's any equal highs up here. No, those got taken out. Yeah, so this would have been your trade. And then we're just going to let this play out. Now, the good thing about this trade is that it offers you a second opportunity. And if you guys follow ICT, this model should look very similar to you. This is literally an A++. So clear market structure shift right over here, right? Oops, wait, so clear market structure shift. We have, let me go ahead, MSS. market structure shift. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. Now, if you missed this first trade off of this inverse, if you want a little bit more security, price offered you another entrance, which is off of this inverse, right? Good candle closure as well. Could have entered something like this and target high, right? So this would have been your trade. So you have a first entrance right over here. You missed it. Okay, you get, okay, we close above this previous pullback. So this is a market structure shift. Not only that, we retrace back into this inverse fair value gap, which gets respected. Not only that, it adds on top, we inverse another fair value gap with good momentum and good candle closure. And then we're gonna let this just play out. And it is a solid move, just straight back up. And there you have it. For this trade, if you were break even, maybe you wanted to be break even potentially at this fair value gap right over here. So you kind of break even, move stop loss to break even here as well. You wouldn't have gone stopped out. This would end up playing out. So you would have been fine in this instance. But just for me, the past 3 days, I've just kind of been getting unlucky, and just my trade, I have the right idea. I go to break even, breaks me out, it wicks me, then it goes my way, right? So it's been just kind of annoying, but it's really whatever. But the second trade was amazing. Really solid stuff here, right? So if you held runners as well, this is 57 points. I don't know if it continues higher, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, so I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys on the next video, and peace.